Homegrown terrorism is a threat that, if not detected, can have devastating consequences. Ever since the Algerians linked Canadians to the attack, authorities here have said very little, leaving the public in the dark about how many other young men are being radicalized here and how much is being done to track them and stop them. Jacques Bourbeau reports.
Coming out.
I see them.
It's a recruiting video. It's aimed to sell Canadians on a career in the cloak and dagger spy world. The video highlights CSIS agents secretly tracking suspicious individuals.
Surveillance work helps CSIS maintain its important role of keeping Canada safe for all of us.
But questions are being raised whether CSIS failed in its duty. It was watching two young men in London, Ontario, but they were allowed to leave the country, taking part in a deadly terrorist attack in Algeria. CSIS won't talk about this case to answer questions like, were the men under surveillance, and what does CSIS do once they left Canada? CSIS has said it has about 200 people under surveillance, and experts say difficult choices have to be made. Who do you follow and who do you ignore?
If you're following folks on a 24/7 basis, for instance, that is a very resource-intensive operation. You have to make some judgment calls on who you're going to follow or not.
Once the two men left Canada, a former director of CSIS says the agency's mandate poses obstacles because it has to ask a foreign country to continue the investigation.
It would be much more efficient and I might say more effective if either the RCMP or CSIS were able to conduct their own investigations abroad quite independently.
The NDP's foreign affairs critic is hoping this national security failure will trigger some soul searching.
Maybe this time the government can actually acknowledge that perhaps they didn't get it right, and that'd be okay as long as we fix it. But to pretend everything was fine or not to say anything isn't acceptable.
There are plenty of questions about how CSIS and the RCMP handled this case, but neither agency is offering any answers. They both report to Public Safety Minister Vic Taves, but he too is refusing to answer any questions. Donna?
All right, Jacques Bourbeau in Ottawa, thanks.